Okay, so we have here they committed fraud. All right, tell us more, Holy Spirit. Somebody's wearing a wire. They forged your signature to purchase a vehicle. So that's what they did with this fraud. Spiritual court is now in session. Okay, so look, we have here that they're seeking evidence. So the feds is seeking evidence regarding the scamming that they did here. All right, and you, okay, we have here a targeted individual. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Tell me more about this energy. We have abuse of power. So they abuse their power. They're going to ask you to co-sign something. Don't do it. So every time this card comes out, I feel like this is something that they wanted you to do. Not that they're going to ask you. Because I feel like right now you don't talk to this person because you know that they did all this shit. You know, so I feel like this is what they wanted to do. They wanted you to co-sign something. But since they know that you're not going to do it, they just went ahead and committed fraud anyway. Like they got it anyway by committing fraud by forging your signature to get this vehicle. Okay, that's what I'm getting that they did here. Let's see what else. Seeking evidence. What can we get with seeking evidence? Okay, a Sagittarius man. So you could be a Sagittarius or somebody that is a Sagittarius is involved. And it says here they got a life insurance policy out on you. So this is what the feds is looking into. All right, somebody got a life insurance policy out on you. Okay, tell me more, Holy Spirit. You will be having triumph over them, over the situation. All right, you will be proven innocent. You will be proven not to be involved in none of this shit. You didn't get nobody no permission to get no life insurance policy on you or none of that. Like you don't know about none of this. All right, we have here somebody who has a Land Rover is significant. And it says here deportation. So one of these people that's involved, they are going to be getting deported as a result of what they did. Okay, let's see what else. Let me move this right here. Okay. All right, tell me more about this abuse of power. Abuse of power. They wanted you to be wrongfully incarcerated. So look at that. They was trying to do this. They was trying to abuse their power, their connections that they had to get you locked up, to wrongfully get you locked up. All right. Tell me more about this. Wow. Look at this. I was going to ask another question. I wasn't even going to ask again. So this is connected to this. They are trying to frame you. They're trying to frame you. They tried to get you wrongfully incarcerated, okay? So that's connecting to this abuse of power. And that's what Spirit is saying, that you are going to be triumphant, all right? You don't have nothing to do with none of this shit that they did, all right? They tried to frame you. They try to make it look like you have something to do with this, like you did something, all right? Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What else? Also, look, this keeps coming out. Something about this hoodlum movie. If you're on Instagram, I saw that the post popped up on my timeline and I reposted it. So y'all could see that in my repost section of my Instagram. This movie, all right? Something about a poison attempt, or maybe a mobster could be significant. 1997 could be significant. Rat poison, cyanide powder could be significant. Valley could be significant. Redmond, Bumpy, Johnson could be significant. Jimmy. All right, anything here could be significant. I felt like I needed to write that down when I saw that movie. All right, it was somebody trying to poison him with ice cream. So that could be something that somebody's trying to do. All right, look, we have here check fraud. All right, so they also got a check, all right, in your name, something like that. They just went and started forging your signature with all types of shit. So we got check fraud, and we got here the vehicle. They pay someone to delay or ignore a case. So again, abusing their power. Like they have connections here. They know someone who works at the courthouse, and somebody was paid to ignore a case, to delay a case. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. A veteran is involved. This could be you or somebody else. Oh, you see? You're going to be proven innocent. I'm telling you. They tried to frame you. They strategically, look at that, constructed plans to take you out, you see? To take you out of the game, getting you locked up, getting you unalived, whatever they were trying to do. And we see here that one of the ways was definitely trying to get you locked up, wrongfully incarcerated. It says here they got locked up out of town or out of state or overseas. So that's what's going to happen to these people if it hasn't happened already. They're going to end up getting locked up somewhere far away from their hometown, from where they live. The letter F could be significant. Somebody's first name, middle name, last name has an F. The year of the rooster could be significant. These years are significant. This could be somebody's year of birth or something happened in one of these years. These could be numbers of a building or something like that, like an address or something. Take it how it resonates. They are facing up to 30 plus years in prison for everything that they did. And it's your family member that we are talking about here. Okay, so yeah, this is your family, you know. They knew that you wasn't going to give them permission or co-sign something for them, and they just went ahead and used your information anyway and forged your name. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Wiretap. So look, wiretap, and we have here wearing a wire. So there's definitely somebody who is wearing a wire here around the others. They're gonna end up snitching on each other because they're facing up to 30 years. We have here private autopsy results are in and the truth is revealed. So whoever passed away in this situation, you know, usually is the person that passed away that left you money, that left you something, that left you an inheritance. They are going to see that it was not a natural death, okay, with this autopsy. So that's something that, again, we have 30 years that somebody's facing here. So there's a lot of charges, a lot of investigations going on here. All right. They was doctoring your photos. We have here AI Photoshop. So they could have been doctoring your photos with the intention of trying to make you look like you are unstable. Okay. Something like that. That could be connected to the power of attorney that we picked up on yesterday. Like something about them trying to trigger you, trying to catch you, you know, with this reactive abuse. You know, like they want you to match the description of what they said that you was, that you mentally unstable, that you crazy, whatever, because they stole some type of money, you know, that was left to you. They said that you couldn't handle it, that you couldn't take care of yourself, you know, that they needed to be able to do that, to help you with the money. But that's how they took it. So that's what I'm getting with doctoring your photos, AI Photoshop, like, you know, doing something like that. Your uncle from your father's side. And look, we have paternal uncle here. So double confirmation for somebody that your father's brother is involved in this. Wow. They're going to prison. Okay. They will be going to prison. We already got it right here. 30 plus years. And Spirit is saying that is the truth. Okay. Let's keep going. Tell us more, Holy Spirit. What else? They cannot break the oath. So one of these people that's involved in this, they made some type of promise, some type of oath. They could be part of the Masons or some type of secret society. Yeah, look, confirmation. Okay, because there's a lot of officers that are Masons. Okay, allegedly. All right. But there is a lot of officers that are Masons. So this officer, they cannot break the oath. Okay, they don't want to be a part of this no more. But it's too late now. Now you're gonna have to get your whooping. All right, because if they don't do what they're supposed to do, if they cannot sacrifice you or, you know, get the job done or whatever it is that they're trying to do, they get sanctioned. So that's what it's looking like. Somebody now, they don't want to be a part of this no more. Okay, we have here snitching on each other. So again, there's somebody that's going to be wearing a wire. All right, they're gonna be around the karmics, around their people, and they're gonna be recording them. So they're helping the feds now to take the rest down because they already know they're going down. You see, look, they're going to confess. Yeah, look, they're facing up to 20 plus years We got 30 plus years, 20 plus years, RICO charge, the whole group, you see? So this person that's going to be wearing the wire, they're going to confess and they're going to work with the feds, okay? They're going to snitch on everybody else. All right, yeah, because look, you see what I'm saying? I just said all of this. They're scared. They're facing so many years in prison. All right, a notary is involved. All right, this notary could be crooked. They got a notary to stamp shit, you know, to act like everything was legit and they was a part of this. Again, it's a whole group of people here working together, abusing their power. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What else? You are receiving, you see, so this is what happened. This is what they stole from you. Inheritance, house, or money, okay? This is what they stole. This is how they stole it, and you're going to get it back. All right, we have here a step-parent, okay? One of your step-parents. It could be a stepmother, stepfather. Take it how it resonates for you. Tell me more. Bitter Betty. Somebody could be named Betty, but bitter. Like, they're bitter right now because they're not able to get away with this. Look, we got bank fraud charge. So you see all these charges? You see all these charges? All this scheming and scamming that they did. They're bitter now because they're not getting away with none of this shit. All right? Dirty deal. That's what I'm getting with dirty deal. I'm getting that they decided to work with the feds and start snitching on each other. Tell me more. Somebody's first name, middle name, last name has an S in it. Your older brother's wife is involved in this. Tell me more. What else? A GMC truck. They could have a GMC truck. Your brother, his wife, you. Somebody has a GMC truck. Tell me more. Digital footprints evidence. Oh, so yeah. All these people they're all crumbling. There's evidence, digital footprints. All right. Look, we have an undercover cop. We have an officer here as well. So an undercover cop is involved in this. Let me see what else. Well, yeah, there's like no way out of this is what I'm getting. Legally married in a sham marriage to obtain immigration benefits. So look at that. We got deportation. They're going to get deported and we got immigration benefits. Look at this. All right. Confirmation that for sure, it's not for everybody, but somebody is going to be getting deported. They could have put you in a marriage. Take it how it resonates. I'm talking to somebody about this marriage here to obtain immigration benefits. It says here corrupt government officials are under federal investigation. So again, they have somebody in the courthouse. They got federal officials here. All right. We even got here the notary. So yeah, they have people that are involved in this, and they are going to be under investigation if they're not already. All right, somebody has a Chevrolet pickup truck. This could be you or one of these people. Let's see. They are afraid of what's to come, so more confirmation that they are shook. They're scared right now. And we have here gaining a lot of money. They're scared of what they did, of the risk, the gamble that they did to steal this money that was not theirs, that was yours. Tell me more. They took a bribe. Somebody took a bribe. Let me see what's the bribe about. Give me one on this bribe. They put you in a false marriage to obtain certain benefits. How many cards? Yo, what in the world? How many times did I write this? Look at this, y'all. 1, 2, 3. I didn't even, yo, I'm telling you, I get the download in so many different ways. And then I just write it on a card and I throw it in a bag that I have where I have all the cards, and then I shake it up and I shuffle it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, wow. Like, I didn't know I wrote it so times, and for it to come out in this power by itself. Put you in a false marriage to obtain certain benefits. Put you in a sham marriage to obtain immigration benefits. And then we got marriage fraud for immigration benefits. Like, oh my God. So yeah, definitely somebody is going to be deported because they put you in a, how many times we got to say it? They put you in a false marriage to obtain some type of benefits here. All right. We have somebody could be trying to burn evidence. It don't matter because they still going to get caught up, and we got all digital footprints as well. They cannot burn that. All right. These people was fake flexing. They was pretending like they was abundant, like they was rich or whatever. They was living good. They was doing good. But in reality, the money that they got and the lifestyle that they was living all of a sudden was because of the money that they stole from you, the money that was left to you. All right, a liability, they cause too many problems. So somebody's feeling like that. It could even be their own group. You know, like I said, they could be a Mason or an Eastern Star or something like that, and they're looking at the karmic like a liability, like they're causing too much problems, like they're making it hot. You know, they're making it too hot for them. You know, they like to be a secret society, a society of secrets. You know, they want to move in silence, and this karmic is fucking up, doing too much. All right, Pixie short haircut. This person has a short haircut. Their plans are ruined. Yeah, absolutely, their plans are ruined. It's over for all their plans. All right, look, snitching for a deal. Exactly. Their whole plan of trying to get away with this money is over and done with. So now they're snitching on each other right here for a deal. And then we have here again, dirty deal. So confirmation, that's the dirty deal. They're snitching on their own friends and family or whatever. And then with this bribe, we clarified that already. And we have, they open accounts overseas to hide the stolen money. So look, the money that they... all right, so that bribe, oh, by the way, was connected to this. So somebody bribed somebody to do this, to like agree to be put in a marriage with you without you knowing. That could be, again, was what you're gonna be proven innocent with, like something, again, that you didn't do, that you had nothing to do with. Okay, all of these things that they did were your information. Take it how it resonates for everybody. You know, like, I'm sure, I don't think it's everything like this, but this is giving that vibe. Like, they just had your information and they just ran amok with it. Like, they was like, fuck it, let me go do this, let me get a car, let me go get a marriage. Like, so many things that I feel like they did. But take what resonates with you, all right? Because this is a group reading, all right? So the money that they stole, they put it in an overseas account so they could hide this money. And it doesn't matter because, again, there's digital footprints evidence. So they could have went to the other side of the world. And it doesn't matter, bitch. All right. Let's see what else. Let me pull from another deck. What can we get from here, Holy Spirit? Power outage. When the grid goes down, it exposes the fragility of systems we rely on. Whether the loss of power is accidental or calculated, this is a reminder to be prepared. Okay, so there could be something going on with these people that they are, yeah, look, we have here false documents and them needing to be prepared is what I'm getting. Trying to be calculated, trying to be prepared for something that might go down because they know that they did this, that they falsified some type of documents, or like we see here, they forged your signature. See that? False. You see, like, oh, look at it right there. Forgery. Look at that. Look at the signature and look at forgery. You see what I'm saying? So confirmation that this is right here with this power outage card. That's what it is. They are trying to be prepared for when the shit goes down, basically. Yup, look. The Two of Wands, they're planning for this, for when it goes down. Look how it says here, immigration, suddenly leaving, deciding to stay or go, anticipation, restlessness. Okay, so yeah, they are stressed right now. They're restless because they know that shit is about to hit the fan. So somebody in this group is ready to go. It could be a female like in the picture, but it don't have to be. Yeah, look, legal issues. They're scared of these legal issues that are coming. What do we have here? Vulnerable. They're vulnerable, defenseless. They feel like they're helpless. They don't have no protection. They feel like this is over. Policy change. A policy shift is on the horizon. Whether it liberates or limits depends on who's writing it. Yeah, so this change, this shift that is on the horizon, it is going to limit this person. It says, look for the fine print and read between the lines. Something about a policy. We got a life insurance policy. And again, the fine print. All right, reading between the lines, signing on the line, okay, on the dotted line, the signature, all this shit. Like, this is connecting to everything that they did. There's going to be a shift on the horizon where the truth is going to be revealed and this shit is over and done with. All right, regarding a grudge holder. So one of these people was holding a grudge. Tell me more about this grudge holder. They was holding a grudge with you. Maybe they were mad because you got this inheritance and they didn't. Oh, we have here an Emperor reverse. So we did see, was it stepfather? Step parent, okay? Because this is a father figure card, okay? It could be a father or a father figure. So, but this is someone who is, look how it says abusing their power. So it's a father, All right, or father figure. You see how on the bottom it says fatherhood, father figure. Someone that you could have been depending on at one point. Okay, it could be a stepfather, father, uncle. Okay, we got uncle here as well. In the reverse, they are very controlling, very narcissistic. All right, so let's see. This person was holding a grudge. Okay, and then we have here teamwork. So there was some type of teamwork. It says solution, recognition. Maybe, you know, he was mad that he wasn't recognized on a will. Okay, when, you know, people was, you see how there's like people working together. All right, maybe he feels like he was not part of that, or, you know, maybe he was expecting something else to be on the will, and he's holding a grudge that he wasn't on the will, or he didn't get everything. We have surveillance state. The state of surveillance is tightening its grip, using data as a means of control. Cultivate practices of digital discretion and be mindful of the information that you share. So surveillance state, I just feel like they are being watched. Okay, this person this could also be that they was tracking, like trying to track your devices. Yeah, that's what I'm getting, because we got curious. All right, interested, fascinated, inquisitive. Okay, they was, see how this cat is looking into the box? Like, I feel like they was, with surveillance, they could have been trying to hack your devices. They could have been watching you, keeping tabs on you as well. Give me one on the surveillance state. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Two of Cups, this is somebody that you don't talk to no more. All right, we got a King of Swords here. So it could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or this is you. Yeah, this is you. With the Four of Swords, like you took a break from this person. You found out the truth about this person. And you have been very cold to this person. Like, this is you making a head over heart decision when it comes to this person. You know, like, you don't want to be cool with them no more. You're not, and if it's a family member, like, you know, you're having boundaries. You're not the same with this person because you found out what they did. All right, owls, bats, dragonflies, or crows can be significant, as you can see here. Maybe you're gonna get a sign of that on TV, online, in person. You're gonna see one. All right, but this is confirmation that with this energy, you contemplated after you found out the truth. You thought about it, and you've been cold with this person ever since. All right, they've been holding a grudge ever since, because you know, they probably looking at it like you switched up on them, you changed on them, but no, they actually switched up on you. They did you wrong, they stole from you, and you was just being smart and getting away from them because you realized they was a fucking snake. Okay, period. All right, so let me go ahead and pull some names. All right, so we got the whole stack right here. I'm going to put it in 3 groups. All right, let's start with the middle one. All right, Spirit, let me get, okay, a card from here. Now let me get a card from here. Okay, shit, coming right out. Okay, let me get one from here. All right, let's do it again. Let me get one from here. We got 2. All right, that should be enough. All right, Yogasti, Higgins, York, Jeanette, Smith, Clemmings, Liz, Suzette, Edison, Debbie, Lulu, Clark, Fields, Mejia, Bell, Slim, Alice, Roxy, Ivy, Larson, Grant, Aponte, Sean, Price, Richard, Peterson, and Ryder. Rakim, Bates, Farmer, Vincent, Monroe, Rochelle, LaChapelle, Crowley, Roberts, Wyatt, Briggs, Dreads, Franklin, Iman, Sims, Townsend, Bonner, Epps, Caden, Kimbella, Hodges, and Gaines. Leroy, Millie, Evan, Peterson, my bad, Peterson, what the fuck? Peterson. Oh my God, Yasmin, Dennis, Baxter, Enoa, Hernandez, Lorraine, Bishop, Downey, Doyle, Renee, Sawyer. That's it. All right. Errol, Tina, Nia, Michelle, Rosado, Marina, Deanna, Joelle, Nikki, Truman, and Xiomara. Roxy, Mabel, Martin, Kira, Copeland, Faison, Mackie, Garza, Helen, Chastity, Jenna, Matthews, Roxanne, Yvonne, Susie, Genesis, Sapphire, Cindy, Lex, Allie, Kinsey, Ray, and Alexa. Yeah. All right, y'all. So that's what I got here. I hope I was able to bring clarity and confirmation to whoever needed to receive this message. Spiritual court is now adjourned. Peace.